father calls to her.
Where are you? Come here now. Come here quick. Sophia! Sophia!
Sophia runs to the door. There is a car outside the house. Her father is talking to a fat man.
This is Sophia. She reads all day. She is very, very smart. She likes to read a lot.
Her father says. The two men laugh. Sophia, her father says.
My friend has work for you in the city. There isn't any work here in the village. You must go with him.
The fat man smiles at Sophia. How old are you? He asks. I'm 12, she says. The fat man laughs again. Sophia doesn't like him. She doesn't want to go with this man. She wants to go to school in the village. She likes school. She likes reading. Your mother is packing your things. You must go to the city, her father says. The fat man gives some money to Sophia's father. Sophia's father is pleased and happy. Sophia is angry and afraid. Sophia does not want to go with this man. But she must obey her father. Sophia and the fat man arrive in the city. They drive to a house. A thin man comes to the door. The two men talk. Here's your room, the thin man says to Sophia. He points to a door under the steps. Sophia goes into the room. The room is small and dark. It is her new home. The next morning, the thin man takes Sophia into the house. This is Sophia, the man says to his wife. She likes reading. They laugh. Suddenly the woman shouts at Sophia. You aren't going to read here, she shouts. You're going to cook and clean and wash. Sophia works 15 hours a day. The woman shouts at her every day. Sophia is very unhappy. She cries every night. One day, the thin man says to Sophia, pack your things. You must go. My wife doesn't like you. The thin man takes her to a clothes shop in the city. The shop owner is a large woman. She gives the man some money. He goes away. He doesn't say goodbye to Sophia. Sophia works with 5 other girls. They work in a small, dark room. The girls work all day. They make clothes. They work 12 hours a day. At midday, they eat lunch. After lunch, they rest for 10 minutes. At night, they sleep on the floor. Each month, the shop owner gives the girls a little money. Sophia buys a book with her money. She reads the book after lunch. The shop owner is surprised. The other girls can't read. Can you write? Can you count? The shop owner asks. Yes, I can, Sophia says. Come, the shop owner says. You are going to work in the shop. Sophia likes working in the shop. She serves the customers. The customers are rich ladies. They buy expensive dresses. One of the customers is a tall and pretty lady. She always smiles at Sophia. She gives Sophia small presents. One day, the tall lady leaves her purse in the shop. Sophia runs out into the street. She runs after the lady. "Here is your purse," Sophia says. The lady smiles. She takes some money from the purse. "Thank you," she says to Sophia. "You are an honest girl. Take this money." "No, no," says Sophia. "I don't want your money." She runs back to the shop. The shop owner shouts at her. "Don't leave the shop again," she shouts. "I pay you a lot of money. I pay you to work. I don't pay you to run out into the street." Sophia is angry. "You don't pay me a lot of money," she shouts. "I'm a slave here." "You're an ungrateful girl," the large woman says. "You have a bed and food and money. Do you want more?" "Yes, I do," Sophia says. She is crying now. "Wait," a quiet voice says. The tall lady is standing at the door. "Sophia isn't ungrateful," the tall lady says. "She is an honest girl." The tall lady speaks to Sophia. "Aren't you happy here?" she asks. "What do you want?" Sophia says, "I want to go to school." The tall lady turns to the shop owner. "Sophia will live in my house," she says. "She won't work. She will go to school." "You must pay me," the shop owner says. "No," the tall lady says, "Sophia isn't a slave." "Pack your things, Sophia," she says. "We will go home now." Sophia goes with the tall lady. She is going to a new home. She is going to be happy.
The last photo.
It's Friday afternoon. James and his sister Emma are in Cambridge during the day. They are looking at the beautiful old buildings of this university city. This place is very, very beautiful. Emma has a camera with her. She likes to take pictures, and sometimes they are really good. But sometimes they aren't very good, and James laughs at them. It is 5 o'clock. Emma and James are going home now. They are tired after their long day. They are in the garden near the bus station. "Let's have a last photo of you," says Emma.
"Oh no, not again."
Says James. "Come on," says Emma. "It's the last one. I want to finish the film in my camera,"
"Oh, all right."
says James. He stands in front of the flowers. "Look at me," says Emma and takes a photo. A man with a big rucksack on his back walks between Emma and James. "Oh no," says Emma. "Now I've got a picture of that man, not of you, James." The man looks at Emma. He is angry. He goes across the road without a word. "That man isn't very nice, is he?" says James. "No," says Emma. And that was the last picture on the film, too. The man with the rucksack on his back goes into the bus station. He has got sunglasses and a blue hat. "Come on," says James. "Let's find our bus." They go into the bus station. "Look," says James. "There's that man again. He's getting into that bus. He's going to Aberdeen. That's in Scotland." "Good," says Emma. Far from here and far from me. She is angry with the man. 3 days later, on Tuesday, Emma has got her photos from the shop. Look at these, she says to James. They're the photos of us in Cambridge. Oh, these are all very good, says James. But not this last one, says Emma. Look, it's that man with the rucksack. In the photo, the man is in front of James. You cannot see James behind the man's rucksack. Wait a minute, says James. I know that face. It's in the newspaper. Have you got it? Today's newspaper, says Emma. Yes, it's here. Why? Yes, here he is. Look at this picture, says James. Emma looks at the photo in the newspaper. Who's that? She asks. It says in the paper his name's Alan Rook, says James. And he works in a bank in London. But on yesterday morning, no Alan Rook. The people at the bank don't know where he is. And they say he's got £100,000 with him. The police are looking for him, too. Who's that? She asks. It says in the paper his name's Alan Rook, says James. And he works in a bank in London. But on yesterday morning, no Alan Rook. The people at the bank don't know where he is. And they say he's got £100,000 with him. The police are looking for him, too. Look, says James. I'm putting dark glasses and a 2-day beard on the man in this photo. Now I'm drawing a hat on his head. See? Now look at the 2 pictures. You're right, says Emma. It's him. It's Alan Rook. Come on, says James. Let's take these pictures to the police. At the police station, Emma and James speak to a policeman. They put Emma's photo and the newspaper on the table and they tell their story. That's Alan Rook, says the policeman. In Cambridge at 5 o'clock on Saturday. The big question is, where is he now? We think we know. He's in Scotland, in Aberdeen, says Emma. Or he's near there. They tell the policeman about the man and the bus to Aberdeen. He's got a rucksack and a tent on his back in the photo, says the policeman. He isn't living in a hotel. He's camping. If we're lucky, he's still in Scotland. I must make a telephone call. The policeman telephones the police station in Aberdeen. Alan Rook's in Scotland, he says. We think he's camping near Aberdeen. He's got a short beard now. The next day the police in Aberdeen find Alan Rook in a tent in the mountains near Aberdeen. The money from the bank is in his rucksack. The next morning Emma and James's story is in all the newspapers. There is Emma's photo of Alan Rook at the bus station. There is a picture of James and Emma, too. In the newspaper it says, Camera girl gets photo of Rook, police in Aberdeen find bank money. The people at the bank are very happy. They give Emma and James £1,000. My last photo's a good one after all, laughs Emma. Now I can buy a very good new camera.
Scarlett's big day.
This is Scarlett's big day. She looks at her face in the mirror. I can be a movie star, I know I can, she thinks. She takes a letter out of her bag and reads it again.
Dear Miss Rosselli, come to the movie studio at 10 o'clock on Tuesday morning.
Mr. Stein can see you then. She hears the telephone and answers it. "Oh, Oliver. It's you," she says. This is Oliver's big day. He has a new car. It is fast and red and beautiful.
Scarlett likes men with fast cars.
Oliver thinks. Now I can take her out. He has a telephone in his car. He calls Scarlett's number. "Hi, Scarlett," Oliver says. "Come out with me in my new car." "Okay," Scarlett says. "You can take me to the movie studio." Oliver drives to Scarlett's house. "Scarlett," Oliver says. "I love your dress. And your hair. You look beautiful." "Thanks, Oliver," Scarlett says. "Let's go. Mr. Stein wants to see me at 10 o'clock. Oliver drives very fast down the highway. "Wow. You're a good driver," Scarlett says. Oliver is happy. He is not looking at the road. He is looking at Scarlett. He does not see the stop sign at the end of the highway. Where's the road? Where are we? Oliver says. There are a lot of trucks here, but he cannot see any cars. Follow that big truck, Scarlett says. He follows the truck. It turns right, but Oliver drives on. Where are we? Scarlett says. Hey, Oliver says. We've got a problem. Shut your eyes, Scarlett. Don't look. The car goes up and up. Don't open your eyes, Oliver says. The car comes down and down. You can open your eaves now, Oliver says. Look, we're on the road again. He drives across the grass to the road. It is very big and very long. There is a line of lights beside it. Look at this, Oliver says. Our car is the only car on the road. Let's go really fast. Scarlett laughs. I love fast cars, she says. Suddenly Scarlett hears something behind her. What's that? She says. She is not laughing now. Oh no! An airplane. Why is there an airplane on this road? Oliver does not answer. He is driving very fast. He stays in front of the airplane and it goes over his head. Scarlett is crying. Oliver, what are you doing? She says. Stop the car. I want to get out. Oliver does not stop the car. It's okay, Scarlett, he says. We're all right. Don't forget, we're going to the movie studio. You want to be there at 10 o'clock. Scarlett remembers Mr. Stein. She looks at her watch. You're right, she says. I don't want to be late. Let's go fast again. Oliver follows the exit signs out of the airport. Long lines of cars are on the airport road. Oliver cannot go fast now. How far is the studio? He asks Scarlett. About a mile, she says. This is a really bad road, says Oliver. Let's go down there. Oliver turns the car into a small road. He can go fast again now. But suddenly, the road stops. Oliver does not stop. He drives under the trees and across the grass. The car comes to a river. There is a bridge, but it is only for people on foot. Oliver looks at the bridge and thinks. Then he says, "Watch this." Scarlett knows Oliver now. "No," she says. "Stop, Oliver. Please. I can't swim." She wants to open the car door and jump out. But Oliver is driving onto the bridge. Scarlett's face is white. She cannot speak. She shuts her eyes. Oliver drives off the bridge and stops. "You see," he says. "It's easy, isn't it?" A very important person is watching Oliver from the line of cars. But Oliver does not see him. He starts the car again and drives up onto the road. Now they are in front of the traffic. "Look," says Scarlett. "We're almost at the studio." "Oh, Oliver, you're a fantastic driver." The car stops at the gate of the studio. "Who do you want to see?" The man asks. "Have you got a letter?" "You can't come in without a letter." "I've got a letter from Mr. Stein," Scarlett says, "but it's at home." Oliver is angry. "Mr. Stein wants to see her at 10 o'clock, he says." "Open the gate." "I can't," the man says. "I'm sorry." Oliver puts his foot down and turns the wheel. The car jumps. "Hey!" the man says. "You can't, the car is going very fast on 2 wheels." The gate is behind it now. Scarlett gets out of the car at the door of the studio. "Go in, Scarlett," Oliver says. "You're a star, I know you are. You can get the job." Scarlett goes up to the door. A long, black car arrives at the studio door. A big man with a cigar gets out. "Are you from a circus, or something?" the man says. You drive off the highway, under an airplane, across a footbridge, through the gate. "Who are you?" "My name's Oliver," Oliver says, "and I like driving cars." "Who are you?" "I'm Mr. Stein," the man says. "I'm the boss of this movie studio." "Do you want a job, Oliver?" Mr. Stein says. "What job?" Oliver asks. "I want a driver in my new movie," Mr. Stein says. "It's a very difficult job." "Can you drive off the roof of a building?" "Easy," Oliver says. "Can you drive into a river?" "Of course," Oliver says. "Good," Mr. Stein says. He looks at Scarlett. "Are you the Rosselli girl?" he says. "You're short." "I want a tall girl." "I'm sorry." "Wait a minute," Oliver says. You want me, you take Miss Roselli too. He gets into his car. Stop! Don't go! Mr. Stein says. He looks at Scarlett again. Can you Olivers? He says. Easy, Scarlett says. She Oliverses. Good, Mr. Stein says. Can you sing? Of course, Scarlett says. She sings. Okay, Mr. Stein says. You win. Miss Roselli, you start on Monday too.